I am so grateful that I'm not an overnight success. And, I used to get frustrated about that. I always call myself a 15-year overnight success. You have a family of 3, you're 45 years old, and someone says, hey, you can't take anything of your belongings with you because you have to make it look like you're going on vacation. My father pretended like we were going on vacation to Italy, and then when we got to Italy, we went to the American consul. So if you're going on vacation, you're not going to take everything you own, you're not going to empty out your bank accounts, especially in a communist country. They're watching you. And so I was a 6-year-old young boy, and as long as I was with my mom and dad, I was on an adventure. Now, I did notice that we didn't always have food, and I remember one specific time we had 1 banana to share amongst the 5 of us. And so my dad said, hey, I'm not gonna eat my piece, told my mom to cut it into 4 pieces instead. I didn't feel like, my world was falling apart because I was around my mom and dad and my older brother and sister. I did get little inklings of signs that, wait a minute, we're going to bed hungry. Wait a minute, my dad had to choose between paying the electric bill or the water bill. So we have no electricity because we need water in this apartment. And so those little things just made me wonder, why is this happening? I later realized that we were broke and we were poor. Even a rich person can be broke one day if he makes a bad financial decision. The 2007, 2008 economic crash created a lot of broke people, a lot of rich people. Poor is a state of mind, and we were in a negative, poor state of mind, and we were financially broke. And so as I grew up and I experienced that, I had to deal with a lot of money issues. I had a very negative self-image where I was concerned. It was the rich people and then me, the foreigner kid. It was people who had money, and then there was us that always ran out of money before we ran out of month. And so I had to overcome all that stuff to be able to build a business. I am so grateful that I'm not an overnight success. And I used to get frustrated about that. I always call myself a 15-year overnight success. And the reason I say that is I'm a very slow learner. I failed at 3 or 4 businesses before I had a modest success. And then that modest success stayed modest for many years before I took another leap of increase in profits and revenue and influence. And so my success came so slowly, I didn't have to worry, because my mindset grew with me, and I didn't have to worry about, the fear of losing it all. I've seen plenty of people who've gone from broke to wealthy very quickly because they're very smart, they're very sharp, they came up with a great idea, they went all in on their marketing, they surrounded themselves with a great team, but they grew an empire financially, but their mindset didn't grow fast enough. And so they lived in this mindset of fear, scarcity, doubt, and then that made them lose it all. So thankfully, I didn't have to go through that.